We all know that Lionel Messi is a very talented GOAT, and yes, he is incredible. We also need to see his peak years. Messi has evolved over the years from a short boy to a 170 GOAT, but when he reached the top level, no one could come close to him. There was even a funny montage of Messi's dribbles.
Encara Messi, 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 gol, 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 gol.
In this video, we will look at Messi from the bottom to the top, how he became so successful in soccer, who he made jealous, and his incredible records. Messi's early years were like this. A short boy was interested in soccer and tried to prove himself to his family. In his first game against Porto, everyone saw that Messi was an incredibly talented kid, but it was an early decision. With Barcelona's strong squad at that time, it was a bit difficult for Messi to get into that team right now, and obviously, he had to be a little patient. And Messi, who proved himself, was accepted to the Barcelona team this time. In his first season with Barcelona, Messi played only 7 games. But in those 7 games, he had already counted his goals. Remember those moments. Messi's first Barcelona goal.
Ronaldinho to Messi. Will he get that first goal for Barcelona? Remember the name, Lionel Messi. At the age of 17, scores his first goal for Barcelona.
It came with an assist from Ronaldinho, who was his big brother. 2005. By the end of the season, Messi had adapted to Barcelona's system. Manager Rijkaard thought Messi would play better with the first team, and he was right. Messi improved even more. He finished the season with 8 goals and 5 assists in 25 games. This proved that the young Argentine was just starting to warm up. At the age of 19, Messi qualified to represent Argentina at the 2006 World Cup, where he scored his first international goal. But Messi still felt he had not reached his full potential. Still, the prestigious Golden Boy award he had won the previous year was enough to spoil him a little. Let's come to the 2006 season. Messi became known by the world and proved himself. Injuries, of course, hurt Messi a bit, but Messi was not a man to let himself go from football. He scored 14 goals in La Liga and 17 goals in total. But the most memorable moment of this season was his first hat-trick in the El Clasico against Real Madrid at Camp Nou. Messi destroyed all those overrated footballers and wrote his name in golden letters to the world. Yes, my friend, this season had an important place in Messi's career, and obviously, it was his turning point. Messi was in the top 3 of the Ballon d'Or for the first time. He was 3rd behind Cristiano Ronaldo and Kaká, and it felt like he was closing in on them. Messi's career took off, and by the 2007 season, it was clear just how special this robot man was, and it was clear in the eyes of Frut football. Now playing on Barcelona's right wing, Messi started to turn into a GOAT. Messi was driving the announcers crazy with his incredible dribbling and, yes man, he was unstoppable. That season, Messi reached double-digit goals and assists for the first time and scored 6 goals in 9 games in the Champions League. However, he was one step behind his rival, Cristiano Ronaldo. In the 2007 season, Ronaldo's name was heard more, and Messi came second in the Ballon d'Or race. With the help of Pep Guardiola, there was a sudden increase in Messi's skills. In the 2008 season, Messi turned into a completely different player. Don't think that football is just about playing the ball. Sometimes you need intelligence and logic. Barcelona's best decision was to replace Rijkaard with Pep Guardiola. Before Pep's arrival, Messi was still destroying the opposing team with his long hair like a horse. Pep saw Messi's talent much more. He organized the whole squad and tactics according to Messi. Guardiola started playing Messi from the wing to the midfield in the 2008 season. This decision worked for Messi. And yes, Messi had one of his best seasons in football. With the number 10 jersey on his back, Messi was now a goal machine. He finished the season with 38 goals and 19 assists in 51 games. The goals he scored that season were seriously unbelievable. Even I was surprised while editing this video, even though he was only short compared to other footballers. Messi could score amazing head goals, but of course, he was not a Ronaldo dude. And yes, the 2009 season was a special year for Messi because he won the Ballon d'Or for the first time in his career and became the youngest player to win the Champions League Golden Boy trophy. The rivalry between Ronaldo and Messi, which is often on the agenda, started in 2010. Messi had officially left the God mode on FIFA and scored 47 goals in this season, again raising his career. But numbers aside, this season was also a time when he would be compared to Ronaldo. You have heard from your friends Messi or Ronaldo? Yes, it is inconvenient to answer this question. Ronaldo transferred to Real Madrid and scored 26 goals in his first season in La Liga, which was an exaggerated number. But Messi had no intention of being in Ronaldo's shadow. Messi scored 35 goals in La Liga to become La Liga's top scorer and make Barcelona proud once again. Messi was climbing the ladder fast, and at the end of the season, he won the Ballon d'Or award for the second time in a row. But every good thing has a setback. The 2010 World Cup, which was expected to be one of Messi's biggest moments on the international stage, ended in disappointment for Messi. Despite being one of the favorites for the tournament, Messi finished the tournament without scoring a single goal, and Argentina had to be eliminated by Germany in the quarterfinals. This did not slow Messi down. When he returned to Barcelona, Messi continued to demolish teams in Europe one by one. One of the most remarkable moments of the season was the game against Arsenal, where he scored 4 goals to knock them out of the Champions League. Some said that Wesley Sneijder, who won the treble with Inter Milan, should have won the Ballon d'Or. But despite this, Messi won the award for the 3rd time in a row. Yes, we're going to the top now. The 2011 to 2012 season is here, and many would argue that it was Messi's year. The records Messi set that season were unbelievable. Ronaldo had set a record the previous season by scoring 40 goals in La Liga, but Messi's answer was 50 La Liga goals. Yes, that's a huge number, and it's still unbroken. Messi scored or assisted in every game he played in. In La Liga alone, Messi scored in at least 15 games in 22 games and scored 6 hat tricks, including 4 goals in 2 separate league games. Among those teams was Chelsea, who won the Champions League that season. But Messi wasn't just scoring goals, he was also assisting. He finished the season with 19 assists in La Liga and contributed 69 goals in the league alone. He was equally impressive in the Champions League, recording 14 goals and 5 assists in 11 games. His match against Bayer Leverkusen, in which he scored 5 goals, went down in history as one of the most memorable individual performances in Champions League history. Messi won another treble in 2015 and picked up 4 more Ballon d'Or awards, bringing his total to 7. He finally won the FIFA World Cup in 2022, another trophy that had eluded him for so long, cementing Messi's status as the ultimate god of football. After leaving Barcelona, he continued his career with PSG before moving to Inter Miami, where he is still showcasing his talents. And by the end of the season, Messi had 73 goals and 32 assists in 60 games. It took real guts to do that, man. Messi's peak moment came in the middle of the next season. He broke a record that belonged to Gerd Müller at the time. In a game against Real Betis, he came just 1 goal short of Müller's record of 84 goals. Messi broke the record in 20 minutes and finished with 91 goals. It was a peak that will perhaps never be surpassed again. Fast forward to the present day in 2024, and Messi has not been able to recapture the numbers he put up in the 2011 to 2012 season. Messi has aged a bit, but Messi has still kept his career alive. Messi holds the record for the most assists in the history of the game and is considered the player with the most tackles in Europe's 5 major leagues since data tracking began. Even at the end of his career, Messi will remain a legend, a player who will be remembered as the best of the best. Respect Messi.